Hello, my name is Logan slash Vivek Rathod. So today's we are gonna start with physics. So in this video, I am gonna learn physics from very basic. I don't know anything about physics. I don't even know spelling of the physics. I don't even know what the word physics means. I'm gonna start with very basic, very from scratch. So if you are not interested in learn physics from very basic from scratch from starting, so you can leave this video now. So this is the first video of the physics series and this is the first video of the basic physics. So before starting learn physics, I'm gonna suggest you a very powerful book, a self-teaching guide, Basic Physics, third edition. So I have third edition. You can use any edition you want, but I suggest you stay with me and use third edition. So Carl F. Kuhn and Frank Noches is the author of this book. So let us journey begin. What is physics? So in the Google, as you can see, physics is the natural science that studies matters, its motion and behavior through space and time and the related entities of energy and force. It means in the Google, as you can see, physics is the natural science that studies matter, its motion, behavior through space and times and the related entities of energy and force. Physics is one of the most fundamental scientific discipline and its main goal is to understand how the universe behaves. And obviously, my goal is I wanna learn everything and I wanna learn how the universe behaves. Okay, simply physics is nothing but the study of matters and motions or and behaviors through space and times of objects and entities of energies and force. So now that you know what is physics, so let us start with the very basic book, which is Basic Physics, a self-teaching guide, Basic Physics, third edition. So in here you can see I got a lots of chapter available. For example, the first one is motion, the second one is force and Newton's law of motions, the third one is conservation of momentum and energy, the fourth one is gravity, the fifth one is atom and molecules, the sixth one is solids, the seventh one is liquid and gases, the eighth one is temperature and heat energy, the ninth one is change of state and transfer of heat energy, and tenth one is wave motion, 11th one is sound, 12th one is diffraction, interference and music, 13th one is static electricity, and 14th one is electrical current, 15th one is magnetism and magnetic effect of currents, 16th is electrical induction, 17th is electrical magnetic waves, 18th is light wave or practical, the 19th one is the quantum nature of light, 20th one is reflection, refraction and dispersion, 21 is lens and instruments, 22 is light as wave, 23 is color. Okay, so 23 is the last chapter. So we are gonna learn all of these chapters and all of this chapter has its own parts. Just like the first one is motion and motion has 18 parts like speed, acceleration, motion diagram, the acceleration of gravity and so on so let us start the journey with the motion. So I'm gonna click on the motion and we are gonna start learning physics. The first one is motion. Physics deal with quantities that can be measured. Thus, you won't find concepts such as honesty, love, and courage as primary topics of discussion in physics books. As you proceed through your study of physics, you will find that every one of the measurable quantities that is discussed can be specified in terms of only for basic dimensions mass, length, time, and electrical charge. In this chapter, we will begin a study of the first three of these. So it is saying that physics deal with quantities that can be measured. So we can measure all of the quantities and you will find every one of these measurable quantities that is discussed can be specified in the terms of only four basic dimensions: mass, length, time, and electric charge. Mass, length, time, and electric charge. Tell me again, how many dimensions? Four basic dimensions: mass, length, time, and electric charge. So, in this chapter, we will begin a study of the first three of these, which is nothing but the mass, length, time, and electric charge. So, what we will learn after this chapter? So, after completing this chapter, you will be able to learn define speed, calculate speed, distance, or time given the other two values, calculate acceleration given initial and final velocity and the elapsed time. Use a motion diagram to model the motion of an object. State the value of the acceleration of gravity. Given an initial velocity, calculate the distance an object will fall in a given time. Difference between speed and velocity. Distinguish between scalar and vector quantities. Given an example of each, use the graphical method to add vector. Identify and classify as to acceleration and velocity, each of the two components of projectile motion. Okay, so take your note. We are gonna start with the speed. Please take your note and write that every one of the measurable quantities that is discussed can be specified in terms of only four basic dimensions: mass, length, time, and electric charge. Please write that. So let us quick search what is mass, length, time, and electric charge. So mass is nothing but the quantitative measure of inertia, a fundamental property of all matters. It is in effect the resistance that a body of matter offers to a change in its speed or position upon the application of a force. The greater the mass of body, the smaller the charge change produced by an applied force. So, length can be defined as measurement of the physical quantity of distance. Many quantitative observation fundamentals to physics are commonly described using the measurement of length. So, time in physics is defined by its measurement. Time is what a clock reads. In classical non-realistic physics, it is a scalar quantity often denoted by the symbol and like length, mass, and charge. Is usually described a fundamental quantity. So time is a quantity too again. So electric charge, basic property of matter carried by some elementary particle that governs how the particles are affected by an electric of magnetic field. Electric charge, which can be positive or negative, occur in discrete nature units and it's neither created or destroyed. Okay, so we are gonna learn more in depth in later, but this was the just quick introduction so you don't confuse with the word. Okay, so let us start. We are gonna start with the speed. So speed is defined as the distance traveled divided by the time of travel. Distance traveled, for example, if you travel from point A to point B, divided how much time it took to travel from point A to from point B. Thus, if you travel 12 miles in 3 hours, the average speed is 4 mi/hr. Now, mi/hr is nothing but the mile per hour, or you can say mph, mile per hour. So, as you can see, if you travel 12 miles in 3 hours, the average speed is 4. Now, why? Because if you travel 12 miles in 3 hours, it means 12 divided by 3, which is the formula for speed, because speed equal to nothing but the distance traveled divided by the time of the travel. Okay, so 12 divided by 3 and we got 4. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one question. If an elephant runs for half an hour at a speed of 6 miles per hour, what distance does it cover? So let's see. Elephants runs for half an hour at a speed of 6 miles per hour. What distance does it cover? So obviously the answer is in this question. So you can see if elephants runs for half an hour, so elephant is running for half an hour at the speed of 6 miles per hour. So this is very simple. He is running 6 miles per hour. So he's gonna take 1 hour for 6 miles. So and in our case elephant is running for half hour. So obviously, so 6 divided by 2, because elephants running is half an hour, and 6 mile per hour is the speed for per hour. So we got the answer 3. So let me see. Yes, 3 miles. Okay. The second one is a box is on a conveyor belt. What is the speed of the box if it's move 15 feet in 10 seconds? Now that's a kind of a question. A box is on a conveyor belt. What is the speed of the box if it moves 15 feet in 10 seconds? So answer is very simple, because let's say if it moves 1 feet, so what will the second it will takes? And there you go, you got the answer, 1.5 ft s feet per second, I think, because if you move box 1 feet, so it will move 1.5 around feet. Okay, so the last question is, using the symbol s, d and t for speed, distance and time, write a formula for speed, which is a very simple, because speed is defined as the distance traveled divided by the time of travel. So obviously s equal to d divided by t. So that was the speed. So that is it for today's, guys. Now I know it was the very basic, and I hope you learn something today, and I hope I learned something today, and I know I learned too much today. So that's why I'm stopping this video here, because I know this video was short, but from now I'm gonna create a long video. So if you like my first basic physics video, so just like this video, share this video with other learner, hit on the bell icon so you'll never miss my latest video. We are gonna learn in the next video acceleration and a lots of stuff. So till then, just learn.